guys, Nature of Bodybuilding channel with you today, and in this video I want to talk to you about all of the winners of Ms Olympia contest. The first Ms Olympia contest was held in 1980, and unlike the first male bodybuilding show in 1965, there were 20 female contestants. The first one among all of them was the American female bodybuilder Rachel Mclish. I wouldn't call her a bodybuilder, as appearing at the first Ms Olympia contest she looked like a model, not a commonplace female bodybuilder. She was 165 centimeters or 5 foot and 5 inch tall, with a weight of 58 kilograms or 127 pounds in her prime. I think that she was just a lean girl with a beautiful figure. Anyway, the winning of the show brought her a lot of fame, but despite that, she continued doing it for the following 4 years. For example, in 1982, she was the first again, making her 2 times Ms Olympia winner. Well guys, let's watch her performance till the end. Well guys, that was Rachel's performance. However, in 1981 she came the second after a female bodybuilder from Finland, Kike Elomaa. Like Rachel, she wasn't that big and would look like a bikini competitor now. Let's have a look at her. The 1983 Ms Olympia winner was Carla Dunlop, and it was her greatest achievement in her bodybuilding career. By the way, she came the second after Rachel Mclish in 1982 and continued participating up until 1993, but her placing just got worse. Anyway, her first placing in 1983 was significant because black women were not given as much recognition for athletic accomplishments. Besides that achievement, Carla's physique produced another model. It was a body a bit bigger than other competitors. While being a little larger, she managed to present symmetry that the judges were looking for. This could be considered the stage in which women started to push the size barrier.
The body's so sleek. Now, do they put a lot of oil on, something to make them glisten like that?
A light coat of oil is used, but too much can actually cause a reflection of the lights that detracts from the cuts instead of showing them off, as is the intention.
Now, you mentioned a word there, cuts.
That means the separations, Greg, between the different muscles of the body. And for a woman, that's particularly important since obviously massive size is not the most important factor.
So now let's turn to 1984. It was the beginning of Cori Everson's reign, so to speak. She was only 25 when she won her first title. As a result, she won Ms Olympia title for 6 consecutive years from 1984 to 1989. By looking at her, I think she looked more like current women's physique participants, more aesthetic I think. And she wasn't that big either. For instance, with a height of 172 centimeters or 5 foot and 8 inch, she was only 66 kilograms or 145 pounds. If the judges had continued being in favor of this kind of physique, I think they wouldn't have needed to cancel Ms Olympia bodybuilding category after 2014. As I mentioned in my previous video, up until a certain threshold, having some lines, visible muscles gained by means of working out is great for women, but then their beauty begins to slip. As for Cori Everson, not only is she famous for being a female bodybuilder, but she is also known for being an actress. For example, she played a negative character called Cara in the 1991 action movie Double Impact with Jean-Claude Van Damme. When I was a little boy, not only was I impressed by Van Damme's physique and ability to move, but Cori's physique was also captivating. Needless to say, our next female Ms Olympia winners were much more muscular. For example, Lenda Murrey was Ms Olympia winner for 8 times from 1990 to 1995, and in 2002 and 2003 she was also the first. Despite being more muscular than her predecessors, she brought a lot of interest to female bodybuilding by her captivating performances. Referring to even Dorian Yates' words, she took the competition to the next level, and lots of women were inspired to do bodybuilding because of her. So she was like a female version of Arnold, so to speak. Well, just look at this V-taper, Christmas tree, shredded physique. I think it's really impressive for a female bodybuilder. Even our next winner of Ms Olympia from 1996 to 1999, Kim Chizevsky, considered her to be her idol. Talking about him, I think that she was a real female giant for her time. In her prime, standing at a height of 173 centimeters or 5 foot and 8 inch, her weight was 72 kilograms or 159 pounds, which was really a lot taken into account that she was extremely shredded in her prime. By the way, maybe you have already noticed the tendency that in 1990s both female and male bodybuilders started to look extremely muscular. Even now, almost nothing has changed since then. Referring to Dorian Yates' words, growth hormone was brought out to bodybuilding at that time. So, female bodybuilders probably began experimenting with it as well, but this is my opinion. In 2000, Andrula Blanchard from England was the first in the category of 135 pounds or 61 kilograms. Let's have a look at her insanely high quality of muscles and muscle mass at the same time. Just unbelievable, look at that. 2001 title was taken by Juliette Bergman from Netherlands. The most interesting fact that she managed to do it at the age of 43, and she repeated the winning in 2002 and 2003, but only in the category of up to 135 pounds or 61 kilograms. She had a really interesting competing career as she started competing in 1985 and changed her physique from an aesthetic one, I think she was like a reminiscence of Cori Everson, to a really muscular. For instance, here you can see her in the 1980s when she looked really aesthetic. So she started her career at that time. But now let's observe her performance when she was older and managed to win the title. Of course, she was more muscular, shredded, and you can also probably notice her change in face, I think.
It's amazing as I sit here and look at Juliette's resume, all of her championships occurred in the 80s. So amazingly enough, this woman is 43 years old. That's 5'2", 128 pounds. This 43-year-old, beautifully shredded muscle specimen is on stage right now as the defending champion. It's absolutely...
Finally, the era of the most successful bodybuilder of all times, Iris Kyle, started. But before talking about Iris, I want to show you the winner who actually managed to take the title from Iris in 2005, and it was Yaksani Arikwen, a Venezuelan-American professional female bodybuilder. And in this video, Yaksani Arikwen is in the middle, standing between Iris Kyle and Diana Kudius, showing her muscles to the crowd. As for Iris, she won her first title in 2004 and never lost it apart from 2005. Just imagine Iris Kyle had 10 overall Ms Olympia wins, in her prime standing at a height of 170 centimeters or 5 foot and 7 inch. Her Competing weight was 72 kilograms or 159 pounds. In 2014, Ms Olympia contest was held for the last time, making Arikwen the last female bodybuilder winning Ms Olympia contest, and with 10 overalls, making her the most successful bodybuilder of all time. Anyway, despite really tough competition in Ms Olympia contest, as all of the participants were really muscular, well prepared, sometimes they even had to have silicone breasts, female bodybuilding Ms Olympia contest was cancelled in 2014 and later replaced by less massive women's physique category. There were lots of reasons for that, of course. First of all, in comparison to Mr. Olympia contest, it wasn't so popular. Also, female bodybuilding is a really controversial sport. It isn't natural for women to have huge and shredded muscles. For instance, look at Arikwen, she looks like a woman without skin. So low body fat doesn't seem natural, especially for women. Therefore, by looking at them, it's even more certain that they are taking drugs to achieve the conditioning, and they generally tend to lose their feminine look when they are in their prime. So in turn, it has nothing to do with healthy lifestyle and health as well. On the other hand, all of these factors make female bodybuilding really interesting, and it is really fascinating to see what women can actually achieve through dedication and constant training. And I have prepared this video for you to see the step-by-step evolution of female bodybuilding, which I think now is the topic that deserves a lot of attention. Well guys, thank you for watching, please give this video a thumbs up if you like it and subscribe to my channel. Good luck!